The world will be a very much better place if every believer of Christ reaches out to 2 souls each week. And not only the world becomes a better place to live in, it also paves the way for our next generations to live in. How do we do that? Is to use, like Jesus, the method bless. And we have been talking about the word B stands for begin with prayer. Every week, you can pray for those 2 souls you are reaching out to. And then L, which we are going to talk about it today, is listen. By listening, people know you are interested in them. And then E is eating. Eating is the time where you build relationship. Then S, serving. Serving is not only after hearing their need, then you will know how to help them by serving them. Then when you are able to touch their lives, then there's a time for you to share why you are doing all this. It's simply because the love of God in your heart and what Christ has done for you. Last sessions, we touched on begin with prayer, to pray for these 2 souls. But today, we are going to touch on listening. Why listening? Because listening is a very powerful way to touch lives. By listening, you were able to know their needs. And there is a saying, people do not care how much you know, but people want to know how much you care. And that is certainly true. There is another saying, first seek to understand before trying to be understood. Now, before you want people to understand you, you must first understand them. People will feel that you really care and interested in them, then people are more open to you. So therefore, listening is caring. Listening shows that you are really interested in them and care for them. People like to feel you genuinely care for them. I say it again, genuinely care for them. When you show your interest in them, and when you listen to them by asking questions to know more about them, and willing to hear, there are 4 benefits of listening. Number 1 is when you listen and take in what they have to say without even saying anything back to him, they feel being heard, or they feel heard. And secondly, when they feel heard, that means they will feel safe having you to listen to them and not passing judgment on them. And thirdly, they will be more open to say things to you, or even open up their lives to you. And fourth, it becomes a safe space for you even to respond to them and express something in a constructive way to help them. People have needs. People need emotional support. You see, when you listen to them, people need to feel the assurance and affirmation. And that is why when we give our ears and really show our interest, and by letting them feel that we really care for them, people will feel assured, and people will feel affirmed of your care. And after being heard, what they have to tell you, or like even download all their burdens and their cares about their lives, people will feel better. Sometimes after you have heard them, and it only takes you to say just one word or one phrase, very simple, and that one word and one phrase can just like a click, that they started to discover the solutions to their problem. And it can happen, and it has happened many times. And sometimes when you can help the other person to hear himself, what does it mean? Well, the person talking to you, he can suddenly begin to understand himself better, like he suddenly realizes of his own unexamined emotion. So there is really a place of listening, and by doing it, then we have to do it intentionally, getting them to eat, and then listening to how they are getting on with their lives. Now the result is this, that they will trust you more. The way to then also, this is the only way to find common ground, and then also you will be able to know their needs. And this is the way friendship is built.